going on, guys? It's another day. It's super not sunny today, but it's not bad enough that we can't do some stuff. So today I'm gonna do like some really basic maintenance on the Celica. Some stuff I should have done ages ago. Number one, spark plugs, and number two, a new belt. So engine's running fine, but I've never changed the plugs while I've owned this car, so I feel like it's just a thing I should do because I have no idea how old the ones in here are. And also this belt, very important because the one I have is very cracked. You can see a ton of crack lines in it. It's not very expensive. I actually have never changed the belt on this car. I've done it on a van before. That was really tough because clearance. This also doesn't have a ton of clearance, but I think once I take this off, it shouldn't be too bad. But we're gonna start with the plugs today. Gotta take off the cover and then the plugs, the things on top of the plugs. Yeah. Now today should be a pretty relaxing day. Just some basic stuff on the car. I don't know what to talk about. I always think of things to talk about before I turn on the camera, but the second it's on, it's like everything disappears from my mind. I don't want this channel to be like a how-to channel. I just kind of want it to be like a chill, like we're hanging out, you know? Just like you're hanging out with your buddies, just doing some stuff to your cars. Because those are the type of videos I used to love watching when I was younger, and that's what really got me into stuff like this. It'd be easier if I unclip this. Oh, super easy. No oil, nice and dry. That's good. So spark plugs for this are a 5/8. You gotta use spark plug sockets. Mine are the type that have like a rubber seal in there that holds it. These are just cheaper than the magnet ones. You're also gonna need some big ass extension. This is going super smoothly right now, which is great. If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you remember the Ninja build. Yeah, the spark plugs that were in my Ninja were like so badly seized in there. That bike was a big nightmare to fix, but I did it. I miss that bike. Number one, how does it look? Here's a new one. I think it's bad if they're brown. I don't remember. I know I learned this at one point. Like I took classes about this when I was younger, but I just don't remember right now the exact meanings of like this color. So maybe someone could tell me. Another thing I do remember is that it's very important to like hand tighten these until like the very last bit. So I took off the socket, or I mean the wrench, and we're gonna drop it in, start to thread this. It would be a pain if you like cross-threaded this thing. So that's hand tight, and then for NGKs it says on the box that you need to turn them, what is it? Half turn, and then they should be tight enough. The way I learned this in class was that once it's hand tight, you put on the wrench and then you just turn it very slightly and like you're good. some webs on here. Now we can just throw this back in. This is like the easiest job you could do on a car, depending on the type of motor you have. See, if you have a 4-cylinder like I do, it's super easy to do plugs because they're located just on the top of the engine, not including flat 4s, because that's a different thing entirely. But like a regular inline 4, they're all on the top. It's super easy to reach. If you want to get into doing stuff on your car, this is a great way to start. Super basic maintenance and stuff. If you've got a V6, it's a bit more tricky depending on what kind of V6, because it might be more difficult to reach the plugs. Like I used to have our family used to have a Toyota Sienna. It was V6 and it was sideways. So one side, it was really easy to get 3 of the plugs, but then the other side was like facing the firewall. So it was like, you just had to get your hands in there. You couldn't see it at all. So stuff like that, that's kind of tricky. We changed the spark plugs. You saw I skipped over the third one. That's because this bar was in the way. I'm not sure what this is for. This is for the spark plug wires, I think. Anyway, there's a bolt right here and a bolt right here that if you just loosen those, this will come off. And once it was off, then I was able to undo this one. So I just did that off camera and, didn't miss much. Super simple. Now we can move on to the belt, the serpentine belt. I have no idea how old this is. Maybe you can see right there, it's super cracked. If I zoom in, enhance. Yeah, you can kind of tell right there. It's very, very cracked. Yeah, there we go. That's the money right there. Good shot. Super cracked. Anyways, the tensioner is right there. That's the bolts that we want to get a socket, not a socket, a bar on. So there are specialty tools for this type of stuff, but you can totally get away with just a set of wrenches. So what is it? We're going to need a 19, and if you don't have a super long 19, you can get another bar to help extend. Let's put that one down. It's like a trick everybody knows, I think, pretty sure. So let's get the 19 on. 19's on. And this is not enough leverage for me to pull it. We want to pull it this way, towards the front of the car. So we use our second bar, put the circle-y bit into the open-y bit on that one, like this. And then we have a lot more leverage, and I can pull this forward. And you only want to pull forward a little bit. A little bit is enough for it to, loosen the tension. You can see the belt moving up because I'm removing the tension. I can't really hold it for long though, that's my issue, I'm not very strong. So I'm going to put the camera down for this. And also, super important, before removing this belt, you want to draw it out. Doesn't matter if you know it really well, it's just helpful to have this. So this is how I drew mine, and I just wrote down what each thing is to help me keep track. I don't know what all the pulleys are, but I know what these three are that I've labeled. I don't know that's spelled right, but just be quiet. It's not important. Anyways, leave that right there. So just gonna loosen the tension and then pull that belt out. Damn, should wear gloves. Okay, so we got it off of one pulley, and that's all we needed just to get it off of all of them. So you can take out this wrench. There we go. Ouch. You can see, just looking at this thing, at a glance, you can tell this is super old. Hold up. Bring up the new one. Look how black this is. Look how this is brown. And holy shit, look at these cracks. Absolutely nuts. I've been thinking about doing this for 5 months now, but I've just been too lazy to give it a shot. I probably couldn't have done it earlier because I only recently bought this wrench set and I didn't have any wrenches before this. So this is just, it's so bad. I hope the camera's picking this up, how bad it is. Look at that, it looks like the tread of a tire. So, another helpful thing is to open up your new belts and just confirm that they are the same size. So, let's lay out this one. And, yeah, I'd say they're the same. How much nicer this thing is. This is a new one. Throw this out of here. I don't need that anymore. And we're gonna start by putting this on the biggest pulley, which is the crank. We'll start with the crank probably. Alright, so we got the belt in there, and looks like it's in place. So the way I did it, I just wrapped it around each pulley until I got to the last one, and I picked the last one to be one of the ones with a very low lip on the edge. Like some of these pulleys have a high lip, some of them have a low lip. So if it's a low lip, it's easier to slide it on when I pull the tensioner. So took a few tries for me to do it, but I did it. So now we can start the car and make sure that everything's okay. Alright, so we finished fixing it. That's gonna be it for this video. Thanks for watching. It's pretty calm, pretty chill video, honestly. It's probably the most satisfying fix or repair. Not really repair, this is a maintenance item. Now the car is running good. I can't really tell the difference yet, but maybe after some driving I will. But yeah. If you like these videos, subscribe, comment, and see you next time.